let's roll on. Next up for us is the fifth of my 5 bets that I've already placed, 1 p.m. Eastern. San Francisco 49ers at Minnesota Vikings. I'm on the under 45.5 in this one with a ton of confidence. Now, it's just a 1-unit bet, but I have a ton of confidence in this spot. I feel like I know how the Niners are going to play on the road. I feel like I've seen this game, and now we could talk about what happened last year and stuff. I just feel like I've seen this game. Saturate on the Niners, Sammy Comer on the Vikings. TJ says Niners cover in the under. Let's go. We'll start with the line history here. US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. We have this total. I got it at 45.5 at Bet365. I have Bet365 up right now, and I'm signed in. It's a 45 at Pinnacle. It's still 45.5 minus 110 at 365. Pinnacle has moved it to 45, though. In fact, they didn't move it. They never opened it at 45.5. This opened up at 45 minus 107. So there's been 2 cents of movement to the under 45. But there's still a hook if you at other books if you want it. Let's get over to the spread in this one. We have the Niners -6 at minus 107. That doesn't interest me at all. I'm a 49ers fan, and these kind of the road favorite spots like this, that just never appeals to me, especially when they look so good at home. And they come off that dominant home opener, 32-19 over the Jets without the services of CMC Music Factory. Jordan Mason was the star of the show, ran 28 times for 147 yards and a touchdown. Nobody thinks Christian McCaffrey's playing this week. But that can change. But at this point, nobody thinks that. Shout out to Guillermo Zertucci in the house, last year's champion of the Cappers contest. So Brock Purdy, 19-29 for 231 yards. He was so composed. He was so in control. Juwan Jennings caught 5 passes for 64 yards. Deebo Samuel caught 5 for 54 and ran 8 times for 23 yards. By the way, those 28 carries were the most for any Niners player in a regular season game in 13 years. Niners scored on 8 straight possessions. Defense looked excellent. They didn't get a ton of pressure on Rodgers, 1 sack and 4 quarterback hits, but they just felt like a brick wall at times. Flanagan Fowles had that pick. They held the Jets to just 3 first downs on the ground. That helped the Niners dominate time of possession, 38-40 to 21-20. The only area of concern in week 1 was the red zone. It's been an area of concern at times for the Niners. They were 2 of 5. The Jets were 2 of 2, but that last one we don't really count. McCaffrey is not expected to go. Left guard Aaron Banks left in the third quarter with a calf injury. List is questionable this week. Hufanga was unable to play due to a knee injury. We're not sure if he'll be able to play. D. Winters and then their backup defensive end, Gross Matos, also unavailable. Their list is questionable. We don't know if they'll be able to go. The Vikings coming off an impressive 28-6 victory at the Giants. Darnold, 19-24 for 208 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. He completed his first 12 passes. Look, he's confident. He's happy. He was the backup at San Francisco last year, and he's getting an opportunity to start, and people like him. Justin Jefferson caught 4 passes for 59 yards. Addison caught 3 for 35 before being ruled out with an ankle injury. At this point, Kevin O'Connell says he's hopeful that Addison will be available versus 49ers, but obviously for my under, I would like him not to be available. Aaron Jones had 14 carries for 94 yards and a touchdown. The Vikings were 3 of 10 on third down. I'm sure they were 2 of 2 in the red zone, but I don't fear their offense at all whatsoever. But that pass rush was dynamic. Is it the Giants' weak offensive line? They sacked Jones 5 times. They hit him 12 times. Van Ginkel returned an interception, 10 yards for a touchdown. Harrison Smith also had an interception. Held the Giants at 240 yards, 0 of 3 in the red zone. So is the Brian Flores Vikings defense very good, or is this Daniel Jones offense very bad? It's both. I'm on the under 45.5 with confidence. Take it away, Troy. Floor is yours.
Yeah, I don't have much on this game. I'll keep this one short. I mean, with the 49ers, I kind of talked about them in the last segment. What the 49ers did against the Jets was damn impressive. I mean, all the uncertainty, 3 Pro Bowlers injured, the Jets hype train rolling into town. I don't want to scoff necessarily what the Jets did, but the 49ers, I want to give them the credit because they completely handled business. The continuity was there despite those, the Pro Bowlers being out of the lineup, despite the holdouts from Ayuk and Trent. The power, the influence Shanahan has is just mind-blowing. He has great talent, but they're always so well prepared. And the defense, I mean, some shit just doesn't change, right? They make big plays when the opportunity surfaces. They dominate, and they did it again against the Jets. And the Vikings, I mean, on defense, we know Brian Flores. I mean, it was kind of I'm so upset that I wasn't on this Viking spot because I was talking with you even about it, Jim, after the show a couple days later. I mean, Flores blitzes and drops 8 at the highest rate in the NFL. What do we think Daniel Jones is going to be able to handle that, be able to read the defense, be able to adjust post-snap? I can't believe I wasn't on it. I missed it. We also had the market in our favor. I'm not going to let that spot pass again. But Sam Darnold, I mean, he comes in and makes all the passes, all the plays, and I'm just going to have to live with regret missing this Vikings team last week. And now I think they might be a little overrated. I haven't spent too much time with the market in this one. I'm going to let this market develop. I don't even have a lean to give out at this point. But yeah, we can move on to the next game.
I love the under. Love it. It's I wonder. I guess it can't be my most confident spot because I doubled up. But the more we talk about it, the more I think about it. The more I think about the Niners, on the short week and traveling, and the Vikings feeling good about themselves. But we know, Darnold. We know that he's not what he looked like last week. I really do think it's a great spot for the under 45.5. It's too high. It's just way too high. I was shocked to see it. Shocked to see it. So that's my spot. Let's roll on